Hey everybody, it's Mike Frieder here with On-Call Compliance Solutions, and I'm back with another compliance tip of the week. Today we're talking about DFARS, NIST SP 800-171, and CMMC. Is CUI hiding in your ERP, MEP, or accounting systems? Let's find out. So hey, if you're a defense contractor who's feeling overwhelmed, tired, and alone, trying to understand all of this DFARS, NIST SP 800-171, and CMMC compliance stuff, I've got great news for you. You found your home here at On-Call Compliance Solutions, where we can help you transform into your company's on-call compliance hero. Let's put on the cape and jump to it. All right, so you guys, this is gonna be an awesome video. I'm gonna seriously provide a ton of value in here, but it is a little bit of a longer video, so stick with me. And I promise it's definitely gonna be worth it. So we've been helping a lot of companies in the manufacturing space lately, and we've noticed that there is this common issue that we keep coming up against, and I thought today would be a really good day to sort of bring one of our larger challenges that we deal with to light in this video. We wanted to put this out there because we know if it's a major challenge for us and our clients, for sure it will be a major challenge for most defense companies out there. And hey, maybe we can do some solid discussion and even a little awareness and troubleshooting for you guys. So, a common scenario that we see are ERP, MEP, and accounting systems, or enterprise resource planning systems, right? ERP systems, or whatever flavor or variant you may have in your company that are essentially responsible for the total coordination of resources across the product or service lifecycle. In other words, this is like the operating system for your entire company if you produce manufactured products. Think precision machine shops, labs, chemical producers, even software creators, basically companies that make stuff that wind up being used in the defense industry. So just to name a few of them, these systems, to make sure we're on the same page, I'm talking about systems like SAP, Oracle, ERP or e-business suite, Sightline, Epicor, Deltek, IFS, and even many of the larger Microsoft solutions like Dynamics. Lots and lots of solutions out there that are considered to be enterprise resource planning. Those are just some popular ones with a lot of the manufacturers we use. So what we commonly find is that companies coming to us who make things and manufacture always have the same goals. They want to get compliant. They want to continue winning their defense work, which is vital to their operation. And they want to try and create security enclaves, or in any other way that they can possibly do it, get compliant in the least expensive way possible. And I totally get it, especially manufacturing, right? We learn Lean 6, we learn all kinds of methods for trying to reduce cost. And that's the attitude and approach that they take with a lot of things, but security is really hard to take that approach with. I mean, it totally makes sense, right? Especially for companies where maybe only 3 to 5% of what they make is actually for the defense industry, and maybe the rest is for commercial. Although in many cases, our clients have a lot more than that going on, even up to 100% defense dedicated, right? It's all over the map, you guys. Even, we have some clients that just get one contract or one prototype part they've got to make. And, that's what's causing all the heartache here. So the problem that we run into is that what they are asking for is for us to carve out a secure enclave in many cases for them to handle CUI in. And at the same time, they tell us that they could not possibly alter the way they operate because their entire company relies on these ERP systems for every phase of the order to design to product delivery lifecycle, right, from start to finish. And this is where things really start to get hairy. Oftentimes, these companies have incoming CUI, which certainly could be handled in a secure enclave to save some money and be more secure with their handling of it, but the technical specifications for that really have to be known throughout the entire lifecycle, meaning that CUI is going to have to flow through every aspect of the company. And it's definitely going to have to be put into the ERP system for sure in order to get the order produced and delivered. To dig into that a little bit deeper, the flow of CUI typically goes like this. A defense manufacturer is sent digital drawings from a prime on a part they need to produce. It is understood through control markings that this piece is defense in nature and considered CUI. In fact, our first challenge is that oftentimes what comes is a technical drawing, which is obviously defense in nature because the prime sent it to you or your client sent it to you, and they told you it was, but perhaps it's actually not marked properly. So the first question we get is, well, what is CUI? There are some great flowcharts for CUI decision-making out there. In fact, you can go to Google Images right now and just Google CUI decision-making flowchart out there. But to oversimplify it, the first thing we do is we ask, does your contract state the work is defense in nature? Talk about DFARS clauses, or did the client make you attest to being compliant with DFARS, NIST SP 800-171, or CMMC? Typically somewhere in there is an answer, which is yes, which is why we got involved in the first place, right? From that point, it is on the defense contractor, that's you, to CYA and cover yourself. Making sure, however, you are handling information from that client is done so in a compliant way, which is, again, really, really important. We can't just start handling this information any way we would handle normal information. To deepen your understanding, I'll reflect back to a specific category from the CUI registry in the defense section called Controlled Technical Information. It's a category of CUI information. Here's an abbreviated excerpt right from the CUI registry. The term does not include information that is lawfully publicly available without restrictions. Technical information means technical data or computer software. Examples of technical information include research and engineering data, engineering drawings and associated lists, specifications, standards, process sheets, manuals, technical reports, technical orders, catalog item identifications. Even the catalog item identifications are CUI. Data sets, studies and analyses, and related information. By the way, studies and analyses, think quality reports. And related information and computer software executable code and source code. Now, as you can see, this is a very broad definition and includes a lot of things you are typically going to see in the manufacturing process or really any company's process for putting together a product and shipping it out, especially in technical drawings and specifications. Again, here's another litmus test. Is it publicly available information? If it is not, and there are these things from your prime or client, then yes, you are in fact dealing with CUI, and the system you are using to store, process, and transmit that information definitely needs to be compliant. And of course, the big hairy gorilla in the room is that ERP, MEP, and accounting systems, well, they basically don't exactly, wait, I read this wrong. Hold on. ERP, MEP, and accounting systems that basically does exactly that with this kind of information. So, again, that's the big hairy gorilla in the room is that yes, your ERP, MEP, and accounting system, well, that's exactly what they're handling. Because in these kinds of companies, more or less everything starts and ends in the ERP system. It causes us to need to throw the idea of an enclave out the window because basically everybody in every part of your company touches it. What would you enclave around? The whole thing? With many of our clients, though, not all of them, so here is one point of consideration for you. In DFARS 252.204-7012, there is a reference section for subcontractors discussing the idea of sanitizing data, i.e., can what you put into a system or can what you flow down to a subcontractor be sanitized of its identity as being defense in nature? In fact, here's the actual verbiage from the law. The contractor shall determine if the information required for subcontractor performance retains its identity as covered defense information and will require protection under this clause. And if necessary, consult with the contracting officer, which for some reason nobody ever wants to do. So why am I bringing up subcontractors in the middle of talking about our own internal systems? Well, because oftentimes these ERP, MEP, and accounting solutions may be cloud hosted. Ugh. And that's basically a subcontractor with access to your data. Oh. In fact, one way of solving this for this entire issue could be to bring these systems back on premise, where you can physically protect them within your secure facility. And a lot of people don't really like that idea, right? Going back to the old school physical layer, yuck. That's right, having CUI in your own secure facility is much less of a challenge versus cloud-hosted options, which must be compliant. Another complex wrinkle we always have to sort out, because let's be honest, nobody wants to deal with the physical layer anymore. It's just a huge hassle. That's why everybody's going to the Azure Government Cloud. So going back to the idea of sanitization, another avenue we often explore is sanitizing the data before it goes into the ERP, MEP, or accounting system. I won't kid you, this is a pretty difficult task. But if it can meet the litmus test of sanitizing CUI, then you might have a chance at saving yourself and that enclave from a total rip and replace of your ERP, MEP, or accounting systems from a commercial into a compliant environment. And this brings me to our other biggest challenge. What if you have one of the doomsday scenarios? A commercially hosted ERP, MEP, or accounting system where outsiders from those companies could access your customer information for support. Yikes. It's always the support guy. Including the defense information, and there is nothing you can do about it. Yuck. Now, that's a sticky situation, I'll tell you. I've seen it all. I've seen non-FedRAMP moderate level hosting. I've seen outsourced foreign contractors and support people with access to CUI. I've seen ITAR, no foreign restricted information, sitting in Office 365 commercial environments, and hosted solutions, which is a total no. Don't do that. In fact, at the time of this video, the RTX company is sitting on a $200 million fine from the government as a slap on the wrist for some massive ITAR violations. And it was as simple as CUI sitting on foreign servers and accessible by foreign support. Yuck. Ouch. I don't know about you, but that would kill my company. In these cases, there is only one option, and it is to move the system. Yes, your ERP, MEP, or accounting system out of those environments. I know, it's nasty, it's a big ugly task, and nobody's going to be happy about it. But the bottom line is, it's the law, and it never should have been there to begin with. The excuse that your operation can't work any other way just doesn't work. In those cases, my opinion is that there are two primary alternatives you can look at. And keep in mind, you and me, we're hanging out here on YouTube together, and if you need special guidance on your company's specific scenario, for sure reach out to us so we can learn more about you and your specific scenario and really dig into your specific situation. But again, for the sake of you and me hanging out on YouTube together, okay, this is for entertainment purposes only, we'll suggest two ways it could potentially be handled. One is bring it physically in-house. That's certainly an option. You can bring it on-premise. A lot of my IT guys out there are kind of cringing a little bit, but hey, listen, I'm telling you how to do it. You may not like it. Bring it physically in-house. You can stand up servers and you can basically run the ERP, MEP, accounting systems, etc. in-house if you're not already. And again, if it's physically secured by your facility, we're in a much better situation. Or another one that we really love is we can move to a compliant cloud. As an example, we have great experience moving ERP, MEP, and accounting systems to the Azure Government Cloud, where we already know that whatever is in that secure and compliant bubble, it's going to be okay. Now, I know that we could explore this topic endlessly. We deal with it a ton, but my goal in this video really is just to share with you a common problem that we see all the time and talk about some of the overall ways we go about solving it. For sure, this is a big, hairy problem. And sometimes to solve a big, hairy problem, well, you just need a big, hairy problem solver like me. I'm really not that hairy. Anyway, that's why. So look, if you are a company that's got an ERP, MEP, accounting system, whatever it may be, and you make stuff and it goes into defense and you're staring down this problem and you want to enclave and you want to do it in the least expensive possible way, I have great news. Because at OnCall, we take defense contractors just like you who have had this DFARS, NIST, CMMC, ITAR, and EAR information security compliance stuff dropped in their laps like a seagull on a sunny day, baby. And we teach you how to level up and be a proper on-call compliance hero for your company, eliminating gaps, gray areas, and getting this solved, all while showing you how to leverage compliance as your secret weapon to land more defense work with higher profit margins. I love that. I want higher profit margins. I can help you. Now, that's what becoming an on-call compliance hero can do for you. If you are looking for more help getting compliant, or your head is swimming because you realize, I got a big ERP problem. Our compliance experts are always on call for you. Visit cmmccompliancesecrets.com or check out the description below for links to get help right now. If you love the content we're putting out there for you, help us out with a big thumbs up on that like button, or even better, smash the subscribe button right now. Smash it, baby. Thousands of you already have, and I'm so thankful, all right? Like, we don't get paid for doing this, and it's kind of like our only inspiration is like, dude, we've got over 2 million views. Like, we've actually really helped people, and we love doing it, you guys. Love it. All right. Hey, if we get to help you like one-on-one, man, all about it. That's why we do what we do. That's how we pay the bills. But if we can help you and just like, if you'll just get compliant one way or another, right? Like that's why we exist, is to help out the defense industrial base because we really care. We want to keep you guys safe. We want to keep you compliant, winning more business. We're just all about it. So until the next compliance tip, my friends, smash that subscribe button, stay safe and secure out there, and hit us in the comments below to let us know what you'd like to learn more about when it comes to information security and compliance. I'll see you on the next one.